Welcome to the Savings Through Energy Efficiency virtual event. My name is Greg Wilson, and I, along with Beth Haddon, will be taking you through today's event. I'd first like to go over the agenda. We are first going to talk about the retail energy usage breakdown, then why making energy efficiency a priority. We're then going to give you an overview of the ComEd energy efficiency programs. We'll then talk about ways that we can help you. And then we're going to give project spotlights to two grocery customers, one being the Valli Produce and the other one being Paulina Supermarket. Now, before we discuss the energy efficiency program, I'd like to first see how you are using energies in your stores. We're looking at grocery and retail stores. For grocery stores, more than half of the energy usage is through refrigeration, at about 54%, compared to retail stores, about 44% of their energy usage is through the HVAC systems. Compared to grocery stores, use about 19% energy usage in HVAC, along with 14% through kitchen equipment, which is becoming more and more popular as more grocery stores are starting to sell fresh and hot food in their stores. And for the retail, about 18% is on lighting, and the other 16% is through refrigeration. So, why should we make energy efficiency a priority? Well, one, it lowers operating costs, and it also helps to reduce your ComEd bill. It can provide a competitive advantage, and by having lower costs, you're able to keep prices low in the store as well as retain good employees. These projects can help improve the overall look of a store. A lot of stores go with upgrade lighting and case doors in their stores, just giving it a better appearance for the store. And also, it helps become social and environmental responsibilities. In addition to that, ComEd provides incentives to help support these projects. These incentives can help lower the overall cost of these projects, making it easier for you to decide whether or not these projects are good for your store. So some of the benefits of lowering your energy bills we've talked about, but there are additional benefits for the store as well. Better lighting quality and brightness can also help increase sales. We're taking a look at the different meats that you sell in the stores: beef, pork, chicken, and salami. It's very important to have the correct color temperature, the Kelvins, and the correct CRI, which stands for Color Rendering Index. And this is going to be very important as the appearance of the meat. You don't want your meat to have that bluish or grayish look. Customers may think that the product is going bad and may not be fresh. So having the correct desirable red appearance is recommended so that these customers will feel like they are getting the best quality food that's out there. LED lighting can help preserve food equality. Fluorescent lamps could affect the flavors of dairy or meat products with high UV light levels. Adding case doors to open cases can have combined benefits beyond energy savings. Case doors can help maintain the case at the right temperature to preserve product integrity. Case doors also can make customers more comfortable and being more warmer inside those frozen aisles. Studies have shown that customers who are more comfortable tend to buy more product and can also have impulse sales as well. I'll now like to turn it over to Beth.
Thank you, Greg. I'm going to go over a quick overview of the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program with you. ComEd provides incentives to support the installation of energy efficiency projects through many offerings. Some of the common offerings that we see with retail stores and grocery stores are the standard offering, small business, the grocery offering, the custom offering, new construction, instant discounts, retro commissioning, and there are many more offerings that you can participate in. Now, the options of what offering you will go through and the incentive levels will depend on the store size and also the project type that you're completing. But the bottom line is that all customers can benefit from at least one offering, and many participate in multiple offerings. So moving forward to how we can help you. The energy efficiency program can help you in many ways, no matter what exactly you're looking for. For example, if you need help with identifying energy efficiency opportunities at your site and you don't know where to start, where we can help you is with a free facility assessment. Through the facility assessment, over a few hours, an energy engineer will interview your staff and complete an investigative walkthrough to identify energy saving strategies in your store. The results are then packaged into a very easy to read report that is reviewed with you with that energy engineer. So it's a really great opportunity to get started in the energy efficiency program. Now, if you're looking for a standard retrofit or system upgrade, something such as a lighting upgrade, a case replacement, or an HVAC replacement, then your store would either participate in the standard offering, the grocery offering, or the small business offering, depending if you're a larger retail, a mid-sized grocer, or a small retail. The standard offering offers, set measures with set incentive amounts. It's very easy to participate. Now, if you are looking at a project that doesn't quite fit into a standard retrofit or system upgrade, then the custom offering is where you would want to be. Again, these are for measures that don't fit into standard, but that's no problem because the custom offering will work with you to make your project a reality. Another option may be purchasing an efficient product directly from a distributor. This is a great option through instant discounts where there's no applications to deal with. You can just purchase directly from that distributor and get that discount instantly. You also may need help with finding and implementing operational low to no cost energy efficiency projects such as set point adjustments, control setting adjustments, and that is an opportunity in the retro commissioning offering. Through retro commissioning, you'll receive a fully funded study performed by an engineering group, a service provider, that will help identify these low to no cost opportunities to optimize your building's performance. So a great offering there as well. And then if you're looking at a new constructing a new building, or just a major renovation project, then the new construction offering is a great place for you to be. One note about the new construction offering is ComEd always wants to be involved in the design process. It is not possible to get ComEd involved too early. So the earlier, the better. We want to make sure that the group is involved before the design begins. So the bottom line is that we can help you navigate the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. We'll help you identify the offerings that are best suited for your needs, and we'll provide on-site and remote project identification assistance to you. Our team can also help connect you with a service provider, a contractor that can participate in the energy efficiency program whenever you need that assistance. And we're also here to provide application and documentation assistance for those applications that you need to submit. So let's talk about some typical energy efficiency projects that we see in retail stores. I have some project types listed here and the average incentives. Remember that depending on what offering that you may participate in, depending on your store size and project type, the incentive can vary a little bit, but not too much. So for interior and exterior LEDs, which is very popular, the incentive there is between 50 to 55 cents per watt reduced. To get some extra control on your lighting, such as daylight controls or occupancy controls, you can look between 10 to 18 cents per watt controlled. Replacing a rooftop unit for the HVAC in your store, it's between $100 and $300 per ton incentives. And then to get some more advanced controls on those rooftop units, with our advanced rooftop unit control measure, you'll see about $100 per ton incentive. Adding EC motors $30 to $150 per motor. Anti-sweat heater controls would be between $62.50 and $100 incentive per door. Adding night covers to save some energy during closed hours would be $10 to $20 per foot incentive. Adding new refrigerated cases, $60 to $210 per foot. And then kitchen hood controls, which, as Greg mentioned earlier, is becoming more and more popular with our grocers as they're cooking and serving hot foods. It's between $400 to $500 per horsepower. And now I'm going to pass it back over to Greg to talk a little bit more about Valli Produce.
So thank you, Beth. We wanted to highlight one of the customers who's gone through the program, Valli Produce. We first connected with them back in 2019. We did a facility assessment at one of their locations, and Valli decided to give the program a try and implemented a lighting upgrade in their Hoffman Estate store. They were very pleased with the outcome of that project, so Valli decided to continue their energy efficiency journey at 5 additional locations here in 2020 and have seen multiple benefits from completed projects. Some of those benefits include energy savings, lower energy costs, the enhanced customer shopping experience, having that competitive advantage that we talked about, which include upgrading equipment to more modern efficiency standards. So continuing with the spotlight of Valli Produce, some of the projects that they did in the variety of their stores were LED lighting upgrades, EC motors, anti-sweat heater controls, case lighting, the energy management systems, night covers, evaporator fan controls, and case doors. So with those various projects that they've done, they've had a total kWh savings of completed projects of 1.9 million. And that gave Valli Produce an annual cost savings of $173,437. And ComEd kicked in incentives of over $253,742. And right now, with those 4 stores, as well as projects that are ongoing, including their Arlington Heights store, it is estimated that Valli Produce would have over 2.7 million kWh savings, with an annual cost savings of almost $250,000, with ComEd's incentives helping with those projects of $391,672. So now I would like to introduce to you one of the owners of Valli Produce, Lou Tenuta, who will share with you his experience with the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program. And I am here with Lou Tenuta of the Valli Produce store in Arlington Heights. And Lou is going to be sharing with us some of his experiences with the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program and some of the projects that he has done in his store. So Lou, thank you for working with us on this video presentation.
No problem.
So the first question I have for you is, you've done several projects now with ComEd as far as upgrading your store with more efficient projects. Considering the knowledge that you have gained and where you were prior to ComEd coming in, what are some of the things that you have learned about your store's energy consumption and its energy savings potential since you have gone through projects with the ComEd program?
It's a win-win situation for us and for the environment and for our customers, because when you change your lighting in your stores, it makes it more better for the customer. Plus we're saving energy at the same time. So you're becoming more greener as a store owner, and makes you feel good.
Thank you. So next, considering you have gone through a variety of different measures and projects, fan controls, different motors, lighting, with the HVAC unit, what were some of the factors that you had considered when you wanted to target those particular things to upgrade your store?
Well, again, I thought it was a no-brainer, because you're getting new motors in all your units, and all your refrigeration units. You're saving money, and then after the 5-year payment is over, you're taking all the savings in. So at the same time, you're helping the environment and you're helping yourself at the same time.
Okay, and as far as the process is concerned, the ease of the paperwork, the application process, working with contractors, has it been a good experience for you, and have you been comfortable and happy with the overall ComEd process of getting these projects completed?
Yeah, the contractors are really competent people, and they came in, they did their job. There was no hiccups, not that I know of, in any location. So I think they've done a really good job. Mike Rogers has done a great job with the paperwork, so it took a lot of pressure off of us. He would go back and forth between ComEd to make sure that we understood everything that was going on, and it was easy.
Okay. Many studies have shown that stores that do energy upgrades can actually be an overall better shopping experience for their customers. As far as adding like case doors, customers walking down the aisle that are usually too cold for them. How has this experience been beneficial for your shoppers?
Yes, especially our store in Glendale Heights, they had a couple aisles where they had a lot of open cases, and in the summertime when all those people come with short sleeve shirts and shorts, those aisles would be really cold, and people would rush through it, and now when we put the doors in, not only do we save energy, but it made it more comfortable for the customer to be in those aisles and take their time and probably increase their basket size.
Okay. And finally, what would you say to any of your fellow grocery store owners who are, kind of hesitant of going through the program? They know they want to do energy upgrades, but really not too familiar with them. What would be your message to them as far as going through this process?
What would be your message to them as far as not a difficult process to go through it all. Most of the paperwork is done for you. All you got to do is say yes or no, and the numbers work in your favor. So not only are you doing something good for the environment, but you're also doing something good for yourself and for the customers in the neighborhood. So it's a no-brainer.
Okay, well, Lou, thank you very much for sharing your experiences with the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elder Calderon. I'm an energy engineer with ComEd Energy Efficiency in their energy efficiency department. I perform facility assessments for facilities with a 100 kW electric demand or greater, as well as custom project reviews. I've been working with IRMA on special requests for their members for a couple of years now, and have helped a variety of members identify energy efficiency projects, and also complete energy efficiency projects applications, and receive those incentives on a variety of different projects. ComEd provides free facility assessments for customers a variety of different sizes, different markets, all applicable through the energy efficiency program. It's a great program and helps identify all the potential savings in your store, in your site, and I would really recommend taking advantage of that if you are able to. With that, I would like to present one such project that we worked with an IRMA member on, Paulina Supermarket. Paulina reached out to IRMA back in 2019 regarding their HVAC system that needed an upgrade or needed replacement. Specifically, this was an old water-cooled unit on the rooftop. We called it the water tower. And this system was about 50 years old, maybe a little bit older, from the 50s, and had really decreased in efficiency, so the energy costs were increasing over the years. But in addition, had some great maintenance costs too, from having to keep up the chemical treatment of the water, to having to drain that unit at the end of every cooling season, the costs were adding up, and it was time to modernize their HVAC system. So IRMA reached out to ComEd to perform a facility assessment for Paulinas and trying to identify some of these opportunities and incentives available for replacing this unit. The project was assigned to myself, and I reached out to Ed, who you'll be hearing from later in the presentation, to see if we could schedule a walkthrough. Ed mentioned that he was currently working with his HVAC contractor, Chuck, on developing a solution for the system. So I invited Chuck as well to join us on the walkthrough to see if we can work together, him on the actual design side and myself on the incentive side. And we did perform the facility assessment and worked very well together to basically come up with a plan where we would be replacing the old cooling tower with a split direct expansion system, keeping the existing interior evaporator and delivery system in place, and just replacing the heat rejection and compressor system on the rooftop. Basically replacing this cooling tower with 4 direct expansion condenser units that were about 5 tons each. So this actually also increased the cooling capacity of the system too. And we were able to fit the project into the ComEd small business offering, which offers higher incentives than our standard program for customers that are deemed as small businesses having a facility electric demand of 100 kW or less. So through all this, the results were that we were able to create this design that not only, as you can see here, looks a little bit better, but also it managed to increase the store's cooling capacity, so they're able to keep temperature on hotter days, keep airflow on the system. Again, a much more solid operation for HVAC at the store, but also decrease the energy cost from the system being more efficient, while also reducing those maintenance costs that we talked about. And at the same time, through the small business energy efficiency program, the store was able to qualify for the $400 per ton air-cooled unit replacement that resulted in an incentive from ComEd of $8,000, significantly reducing the project cost, reducing the payback to little under 3 years, which really helped that project come to fruition in a very healthy budget for the store, made it really, really an attainable solution. So in the end, we were able to bring these pieces together. IRMA was able to really bring these pieces together by linking in ComEd as the energy efficiency provider, as the energy efficiency solution provider for the store, looking at the facility assessment. And ComEd was able to work with the store's existing contractor to bring in that design aspect and actually do the project that was being suggested. And the end result was a very healthy HVAC system for the store and a very healthy incentive as well to do so.
My name is Edward Buchbinder of Paulina Supermarket, located at 7622 North Paulina in Chicago.
First of all, how has the ComEd energy efficiency program affected your knowledge about your store's energy consumption and its energy savings potential?
Well, it's made me more aware of what my chief times in terms of what my usage is and stuff like that. And also, I know this from before also, but the rates are higher in the hotter weather and everything like that too, the normal rates and stuff like that too. So it helps a lot to know when you're using more electricity and how you can plan for it also too.
What were some of the factors you considered when you decided to move forward with the energy efficiency project at your store?
Well, one of the factors was the cost savings, because Commonwealth Edison was helping us with the purchase of the equipment that we needed. And the equipment included the installation and everything involved with that. And the cost savings became a factor because you wanted to know over what period of time would you get your return on your investment. In our particular case, it looks like it'll be about 3 years or just slightly under 3 years based upon the projected cost savings.
And how would you describe the overall process from kind of the application and incentive application process?
Well, I consider it very lucky that Commonwealth Edison is doing this right now in the current economy and environment and everything also too. And the process, the people were very, very helpful, including IRMA, and also with your help also too, because you helped me with every question and helped me with the paperwork. And IRMA, Illinois Food Retailers Association merged with IRMA, and that was even more people to help with and everything like that too. And this really helped us with you and with Maggie to get the paperwork and get everything done, and also to help you met with our contractor, you looked at the site, you went through all the detail of all the information, you helped us with projections. It was a very, very helpful process. Not the easiest thing to do, but it was a very, very helpful process, and the end result was great.
Thank you. And last question for you. From what you've seen, how has this project affected the customer experience at your store?
Well, it's the better customer experience for us because we understand that we're using less energy and we're able to we're saving a lot of money on our energy bill. But in addition to that, we've redone things with thermostats, with zones, with peak energy period, learning what when to set our thermostats and stuff like that, and to be more scientific about how we do things.
So in summary, really we encourage you to connect with us, reach out to ComEd and request a facility assessment. It's a no-brainer. There are no costs to you. There's no commitment as well. You receive a full report of the available opportunities and the incentives yours to keep. You can request a facility assessment on our website, ComEd.com, or you can also reach out to one of these people listed out, Greg Wilson, Ryan Knott, or Beth Hatton. We really appreciate everyone joining us today. A big thank you to Lou and Ed for sharing their experiences with the program, and IRMA for hosting this session. Thank you.
Fantastic. So we are delighted to be joined today by Greg Wilson. You saw him earlier in the presentation. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. How you doing, Tanya?
Fantastic. So we've got some questions from the audience queued up for you, and I wanted to just go ahead and get started with those if you don't mind. So okay. First off, can you provide more detail about facility assessments? Specifically, how do you get them scheduled? How long does it take? What's all involved in getting these assessments done?
Okay, well, as Elder said in the previous screen, you can either contact ComEd or go on the website, or contact someone such as myself in the grocery program to get one scheduled. And basically, a facility assessment is an overall assessment of your energy usage inside your grocery store. So we take a look at a number of things, such as the lighting, whether you have indoor lighting, case lighting. If you're responsible for the parking lot, we take a look at that lighting as well as a variety of refrigeration measures. We look at the HVAC systems. We get on the roof. We take a look at the motors that you are using inside your refrigerated cases. We'll help you determine whether or not you need new cases, or you can add doors to existing cases. Even looking at whether or not you have strip curtains or night covers that goes over your refrigeration products overnight. And facility assessments typically take about 4 to 8 hours, depending on the size of your store. Some can take a little bit longer.
Fantastic. So will ComEd recommend a contractor for installation, or can a store use their own contractor?
Yeah, so a store can use their own contractor if they do have one. If not, ComEd, we do have a list of approved contractors in the grocery program that has worked with many grocery customers that we can recommend to customers if they choose to.
Great. Well, I've already upgraded my lighting. So someone said they've already upgraded their lighting. Is there anything else worthwhile that they could do that is going to have a good return on benefits?
Yeah, so lighting is one of the first things that most customers do. It's usually the easiest measure, gives the quickest payback when you do lighting. And once customers see the benefits of that and that their energy usage is going down, we have a variety of other measures that we can look at as well. EC motors, anti-sweat heater controls, looking at the HVAC system. So looking at that over refrigeration units that they use, which use the majority of the energy in their stores. So lighting gets a lot of the attention. However, refrigeration uses most of the energy. And once you've completed a lighting project, we can look at your refrigeration and help you have even more energy savings.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, last question queued up for you. I have multiple stores of different sizes. What kind of program does ComEd provide that a retailer like that would fit into?
Oh, yes, very good question. We'll go back to the customer we had prior that we were spotlighting, Valli Produce. They have multiple locations and they are multiple sizes. So depending on the size of the store will depend on which program they will fit in. If a store is very small, more likely will go to the small business. If it's in that medium range store, they'll work with our program, the grocery program. If they're a little bit bigger, the larger stores, they go to ComEd's standard program. But the grocery team does work with all of the programs and will be able to assist you in finding the right program for your store.
Great. Well, listen, saving money is a smart thing to do, especially at a time like this. So we really appreciate you, Greg, and your team over there at ComEd for sharing some of that wisdom with us as we look for ways to save money and increase sales going forward. So thank you again and thank you to all of our utilities for the assistance that they continue to provide Illinois retailers in efforts to implement energy efficiency measures and apply for available cashback incentives and rebates. Members can find contact information for energy efficiency programs administered by Cameron, ComEd, NICOR, North Shore Gas, and Peoples Gas on IRMA.org in members' benefits. We extend a special thank you to Lou Tenuta from Valli Produce and also to Ed Buchbinder from Paulina Supermarket for their participation. Thanks again, Greg.
Thank you.